Welcome to Supernatural Japan, the podcast where Japan's darkest legends, unsolved crimes, and ghost stories come to life. I'm Kevin O'Shea, and tonight we're heading to the quiet countryside of Fukui Prefecture, to a place where history and horror are built into the very foundation of the land. This is the story of Maruoka Castle and the ghostly woman said to cry from within its stone walls. Sakai City in Fukui Prefecture isn't the kind of place you'd expect to find a ghost story. It's quiet, friendly, and known for its natural beauty, with rice paddies, green hills, and clear rivers cutting through the peaceful landscape. Locals here are proud of their traditions, their fresh seafood, and their deep-rooted connection to history. You won't find the neon chaos of Tokyo here. Instead, you'll find something older, something deeper. At the heart of Sakai stands Maruoka Castle, a proud, ancient keep surrounded by cherry blossoms in spring. It's beautiful, it's historic, and according to legend, it's haunted. Maruoka Castle, also known as Kasumigajo, or Castle in the Mist, was originally built in 1576 by Shibata Katsutoya, a feudal lord under Oda Nobunaga. It's said to be one of Japan's oldest surviving castle towers, with thick stone walls and narrow wooden staircases that creak underfoot. The castle sits on a small hill with views of the surrounding town, a strategic spot in an age of samurai and warlords. But from the very beginning, there was a problem. No matter how many times they tried to build the castle's stone base, it kept collapsing. Engineers reinforced the walls, workers rebuilt it again and again, but nothing worked. It was almost as if the earth itself was rejecting the structure. And that's when someone made a decision that would stain the castle forever. To solve the problem, the builders turned to an ancient and horrifying solution: a ritual sacrifice known as Hito Bashira, the human pillar. They would bury a living person alive in the foundation of the structure, a gruesome offering to the gods of the earth in hopes of making the ground stable. The woman chosen was Oshizu, a poor, one-eyed widow with a young son. Oshizu agreed to the sacrifice under one condition: that her son would be made a samurai in service of the castle after her death. She was buried alive beneath the central pillar of Maruoka Castle. Her screams were muffled by the stone, and her name forgotten by history. And worst of all, the Lord broke his promise. Her son was never made a samurai. And from that day on, the castle stood strong, but every spring, the area around the castle would begin to flood, despite no rain, despite no storm. Locals whispered that the floodwaters were O-shizu's tears, rising from beneath the foundation, spilling from the earth in grief and rage. Today, visitors of Maruoka Castle still speak of strange encounters. Some say they feel sudden cold spots when climbing the steep steps inside the keep. Others report hearing the faint sound of a woman weeping, especially during flood season. And during spring, when the cherry blossoms bloom around the castle moat, the waters still rise, just like they did centuries ago. Locals have come to accept it, but some say if you stand beneath the keep at dusk, when the wind dies down, you might hear her voice whispering, "Where is my son. If you ever visit Sakai City, and I highly recommend you do, make sure to stop at Maruoka Castle. It's one of the last remaining original castles in Japan with a distinctly rustic, untouched feel. You can climb the narrow wooden ladders to the top floor, peer out through the ancient arrow slits, and see the countryside just as the samurai did. In the nearby museum, you'll find artifacts, armor, and yes, a plaque describing the Hito Bashira legend. Take a moment to walk the grounds, listen to the wind, and if it rains, don't be too quick to open your umbrella. Some say it's not rain at all. Some say it's O-shizu, still crying beneath the stone. Thanks for listening to Supernatural Japan. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow the show and leave a review. It helps us reach more curious souls just like you. And here's a challenge. If you like this episode, please tell at least one friend, coworker, classmate, or family member about Supernatural Japan. And remember, in Japan, some of the darkest spirits are hidden inside the most beautiful places. Now, of course, you can follow the podcast on social media. If you want to see pictures of Maruoka Castle, Sakai City, and Fukui Prefecture, all of the things we're talking about in this podcast, follow Supernatural Japan on Instagram at Supernatural Japan. The links are in the show notes below. You can follow me, Kevin O'Shea, on Blue Sky and X at MadForMaple. You can always email the podcast at supernaturaljapan@gmail.com. And we do also have a Facebook page if that is your thing. All of the links will be below in the show notes. That's it. Until next time, stay curious and don't look back.